Zach Schwartz. Gentlemen, how are you guys doing tonight?
Doing good, man. Not the funnest games.
No.
Not the best basketball, but we doing good.
I'm pretty out on this whole evening of games as far as these series go. I mean, I'll still have them on, but it's very much I'll get other things done while it's going on. So, do the Sixers stand a chance if Joel Embiid comes back, or when Joel Embiid comes back?
The Sixers have about as much of a chance of winning this series as strippers do of walking out with no dollar bills when James Harden pulls up to the strip club.
What's crazy about this series is me watching Harden and me watching Hero. You know what I mean? And I'm like, Hero is the reason Harden wasn't in Miami. And it was a crazy thing back then. But what's crazy now is the fact that it was the best decision. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I did not do, like, I think Harden at best right now is a second man. And Tyrese Maxey, we said it, he might be the third. Tyrese Maxey playing better. Bro, they have no chance of beating the fucking Heat. They're Spo coach, and it's just a better team.
Joe, you got any thoughts?
Shit's over. This shit is boring. These non-Warriors Grizzly night. I mean, it's just on both sides of the ball. We know that without Embiid, the Sixers literally are about to get cooked. Cookie Johnson, if you will.
Facts.
And there's no fans even in the stands in Miami watching. And this, to another point, I'm watching the game, like third quarter started. Literally, the stands are empty. I want to know, are all those fans just, they've been hitting that white so hard, they got the squirts, and they just literally, because you know, Zach, when you're at Coachella, if you have to take a number one, you're fine. But if you have to number two, no, I'm not implying it. I'm just saying merely when bowel movements happen, nothing to do with any physical ailment. But the line to use the stall is literally around the corner. So I'm always curious. I've wanted to know for like the last 15, 20 years. Heat fans, what are you doing at that halftime? Nachos into Tootie into not coming back to the seats till like the fourth quarter. And can they do something about the sanitation at FTX Arena?
Joe, they call it marching powder for a reason. Those people are got to be standing up, walking around, trying to find a drink or a beverage. I don't think it's a concessions thing. I just don't think they're selling out these games, which is insane because it's a very
You're competing with
team.
Miami, though. Miami basketball is competing with Miami. You're not going to beat Miami, dog.
Miami is not that is cracking. Let's be real. Miami's about the size of Venice Beach. Miami's about the size of Venice Beach. I enjoy it. Half-built buildings, no infrastructure. The dope game was heavy. It's like they just started funneling and embezzling, hiding money, and then just said, fuck it, let's move on. Put it all in crypto. Don't finish any of these buildings. But the city's cracking, but what else is going on? Not till like 2, 3 a.m. in the morning.
I mean, there's an F1 race out there this weekend.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Zach, you should go to that. You should cover that F1 race, Zach. I know how much you love F1.
What are you doing here?
It would make complete sense. You should hit up the F1 and see if they'll let you cover that race because I would love your unique perspective on F1 racing.
Please do not do that to me, all right? Don't do that, all right? I'm already trying to mute. I'm muting anyone whose story's there so I don't have to feel any of the FOMO, all right? There's another game tonight, Suns Mavs. Obviously, first few quarters were all right, and then the Mavs, it ended up like being a 30-point loss. Is there any key? Like, is this is just a 4-game series now, right?
Both of these, like, there's what bothers me about the Mavs series is that I promised myself I wouldn't waste a second, and I saw the score. Oh, this may be a good game, and I still wasted my time. I went against my own, you know what I'm saying? My own best judgment. If you look at the Mavs versus Suns, if you break them down, the Suns are better in every fucking single way. There is no way they have a chance of winning. So yeah, there's no.
It's rough. Joe, you got any thoughts?
If Devin Booker's name was Devin Bookeranovic, a lot of you guys on here would be telling me he's the GOAT. You'd be telling me he's the undisputed MVP. If his skin was a lighter shade of skinned, a lot of you on here be telling me he's the GOAT, he's generational, plays winning basketball, all those things you use for other humans.
Joe, I just want to point out that these are the moments, him getting clapped up by this Suns team, him getting bounced out of the playoffs last year, I believe getting bounced out the year before that. Joe, these are the things that one Rich Paul will use to build a presentation to get that man to join the Los Angeles Lakers, all right? Soon enough, Joe.
Lakers are cooked, Zach. It's unfortunate. And to all the amazing Laker fans out there, you've done nothing but embrace us LeBron fans with love and loyalty and allegiance. Some of you guys were outliers and hating, thought he was just there to make movies. No, Space Jam 2 and championships, we can do both. The franchise might be cooked, Zach. It's looking cooked. They're not giving Bron any input. They're blaming him for the Westbrook deal. And again, if you're going to blame him for Westbrook, then praise him for championships. Players fuck up. Pimps fuck up, okay? This is a reality of life, but I don't know. This is tough.
I don't necessarily think Luka will be a Laker, but I do think if you're a Mavs fan, you need to get him help because initially it was Kristaps Porzingis. You got rid of him and got him Dinwiddie. I don't think that's enough. Certainly to win in a later playoff series. So I do think if you're a Mavs fan, you better keep that man fucking happy.
Hey, do we think that Luka's been to Popeyes before? How many times do we think Luka's been to Popeyes? Because he just reminds me of that lady who was killed over after making all those chicken sandwiches from carrying the squad. But I just want to know, like, does Luka been to Popeyes and how many biscuits do we think Luka can eat in one sitting? I'm going to say 12.
I'd say 13.
I would love to see Luka and Zion at Summer League having a biscuit eat-off for charity, $1 billion raised.
That's way better than this fucking series. I know that. I definitely tap in to watch that. I might pay to watch that shit. What's crazy watching Booker, you were talking about how good he is. I'm really surprised every time he misses a shot. Every time Booker misses a shot, I'm like, God damn. Like, yeah, it's shocking. That motherfucker's game is so pure.
It is. It's beautiful. And I mean, it surprised me a little bit because we were talking about, they have you're saying how the Mavs don't have any of the best pieces or any of the best things going from coaching, whatever. When you were like, they don't have the best player, I was like,
Booker's the best player on that court, dog.
You're right.
I don't want to hear nothing about no motherfucking Luka shooting 24% from the 3-point line. No, I don't want to hear nothing about that motherfucker. Not happening.
I like Jalen Brunson, but I just don't think that's enough.
Jalen had like what? 6 points today or something. Like he averaged 30 in the last series. And I will say this too: the one series the Mavs have won, Luka didn't get 2 of them wins. That series don't count, baby. He was sitting out. You know what I mean? You feel me? He don't get that. You don't get that for showing up, cheering people on, waving a towel like Mateen Cleaves. Hell no, G. You know what I'm saying? We don't count that.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
Be careful, bro. You're under surveillance now. You about to be under surveillance. You can't talk like that. You can't talk like that about Luka. You can't point out these deficiencies. We gotta pretend like he was there. Facts. We gotta pretend like he was there for every win.
All right. Let's run through these things. Joe, I know it's getting late over there, so I want to just hit these last few things. JJ Redick. I'm shocked they keep having him on ESPN because every time he shows up there, he sets someone on fire. He kind of had enough and sort of snapped on them a bit in the best possible way. What did you guys think about that?
JJ is the definition of white privilege. I think, the thing, and this I'll be real. I love JJ. I think he's talented as shit, but he gets to come from an angle where he gets to have nuanced takes. He gets to sound like an expert and be professional. I wish that all talent got to operate like that. It seems like a lot of talent, they just got to say outlandish shit, give crazy hot takes, and that's the only way they'll get on TV. But I love what JJ's doing. I love what he's bringing to ESPN. I would like to see all talents be respected in that same way because he knows the game at a similar or same level as a guy like Perk or a guy like Richard Jefferson, some of these other guys out there, Matt Barnes, Steven Jackson. So, give these guys all a chance to kind of operate in that space instead of kind of pushing them to the other space where they just got to be the loudmouth black dude that says outlandish shit. But like I said, love what JJ's doing. Love he's bringing balance to the force, and I would love to see more guys be able to operate in that role as well.
I see Draymond being something like that, though.
Yeah, for sure.
When he steps, Draymond, the way where he comes from with basketball, he's brilliant. He's a brilliant basketball mind. And I think being a defender, you can't go out there and not be understand everything about the game, or these demons will fucking cook you. Because we haven't seen offensive players like you see now. So the way he sees the game, he studies. He's watching film all the time. But I'm glad he took up for Draymond because Draymond was one of the most brilliant people speaking about basketball now, and it's wild that he was coming at talking about Draymond as if he shouldn't be talking about the game. Like anybody at that table outside of JJ knows anything close to what the fuck Draymond knows about some motherfucking basketball. You feel what I'm saying?
What's wild is the humans that we allow to vote on basketball, vote on awards, literally be responsible for people getting their bags. And this is the shit that goes on. Dudes couldn't make a left-hand layup.
Bro.
Couldn't make a left-hand layup in an empty gym. But we're asking and tasking these human beings to point out who are the top guys. And then we're giving these awards credence by allowing these awards to affect the bread that guys make. This shit is ridiculous. Got to stop. I'm willing to square up and go toe-to-toe with any human being out there. I will come out of retirement to bust square media ass just to bring balance to the force.
I love it.
I just think it's such a hack take at this point to be like Draymond's a bad guy. Like I don't understand. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer in my opinion.
Easy.
He's arguably
easy.
He's one of the best defenders of this generation of players.
Who's a better defender in this generation than him? He's the best. He's nobody. He is the best defender.
Nobody.
The other element of it is he's for sure going to go on. He's on my Mount Rushmore of trash talkers in the league. I mean, no doubt about that. And so it's just such a hack taking like watching JJ dust the guy that's like saying these shitty things was awesome. So love. And
he talked about the sentiment of like, yo, just play ball, shut up, because he came on that podcast and we went on his podcast, which is really good. Gets a bunch of love because it's really good basketball conversation. And he's, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, yo, I don't like the sentiment of he needs, and especially Draymond. You know what I mean? Some dudes be saying some wild shit. Not Draymond. Draymond comes from a very educated background when it comes to basketball. He's extremely knowledgeable. So shut the fuck up with that. You know what I'm saying? That's some flat out bullshit.
Yeah.
Look, has a man kicked a few dicks before? Yeah, but who hasn't? If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. I don't knock it. Look, it's a part of the game. Ultimately, the ref's not going to call it. Kick them dicks, Draymond. Kick 100%. Away, doggy.
Do not let your past determine your future, okay? There's always room to change, kids.
If that means kicking a dick or two, kick it.
I want a Draymond shirt that's blue and in yellow it just says "kick them dicks" and then it's got a 2-3 on the back. You know, I love that.
Kick a dick or two if you got to. Whatever you got to do to hoist a trophy. Them dick kicks.
They got him to the Hall of Fame. Shit.
Yeah.
Speaking of trash talk,
maybe we need to tap in. I ain't kicked enough dicks in life. That's why I'm not as successful.
Sometimes you gotta kick a dick or two.
I gotta kick a couple dicks. You feel me?
Oh, hello, buckets. Did you enjoy that video? Well, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go to the channel, check out some of the other videos we have. They're all fantastic. Also, like the video and make sure to comment on it. Anything you want to tell any of us.